What is up, everybody? My name is Hello. Welcome back to this channel. We're solving Codeforces problems in Python. In today's episode, we're going to be solving problem 785A called Anton and Polyhedrons. It's a very interesting problem because there's a diagram. Whenever there's a diagram, there's something interesting, something a bit twisted, and let's go ahead and see and try to solve this problem. Okay, let's read through it first. Anton's favorite geometric figures are regular polyhedrons. Note that there are 5 kinds of regular polyhedrons. Okay, so tetrahedron has 4 triangular faces, a cube has 6 square faces, an octahedron has 8 triangular faces, a dodecahedron has 12 pentagonal faces, a isosahedron, I don't think I pronounced that right, it has 20 triangular faces. Okay, so all 5 kinds of polyhedrons are shown in the picture below. So this is what it is. Okay, so this is the isohedron. Okay, fine. Anton has a collection of n polyhedrons. One day he decided to know how many faces his polyhedrons have in total. Help Anton and find this number. Okay, there's some from here, but we just need to help Anton find this number. So the first line of input contains a single integer n. So n can be the number of polyhedrons in Anton's collection. Each following that n lines of input contains a string si, the name of the polyhedron in Anton's collection. The string can look like this: tetrahedron, okay, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron. Oh, fine. So it's going to have the, okay, so the polyhedron, is that what it's called? Yeah, polyhedron type will be there as string for the number of input lines. Now we need to figure out how many faces are there in total. Okay, it's a very interesting problem. Let's go ahead and see how to solve this. Let's use the whiteboard as always, because that'll make things a lot simpler. Okay, right, so first things first is a very straightforward problem, right? So this tetrahedron has 4, right? So let's try to jot down the faces first, right? So I'm going to say t is 4, and then cube is going to be 6, octahedron is going to be 8, octahedron is going to be 8, and then dodecahedron is going to be 12, and then isosahedron is going to be 20. Okay, this is going to be my map. And then what I'm going to do, so the input will obviously have one of these values. This I know for sure. So I can write a simple if else block to find out which of this is the value, right? That part I can do in that input line. And obviously I'll have something called an answer, set that to 0 initially, so that it'll keep track of the number of faces in total. So for every line of input, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refer this list I have and find out which of this matches with my input line, and then add this face to the answer. That's it. It's very simple. Try to solve this for yourself. If not, let's go ahead and see what this looks like in the code. Okay, so let's try to repeat the same thing that we did in the whiteboard. First thing I'm going to take is n as an integer input. Now the most important part of this is going to be creating a dictionary, the map, and making sure that we spell all the polyhedrons correctly. So for that case, I'm just going to copy paste so that I am sure I will miss something. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste these values, right? So the next is cube. The cube has 6 faces. That's what we're told. The octahedron, right? It has 8, right? And then we have dodecahedron. And then this one we said has 12. Okay. And then I'm not pronouncing this one right. Oh my God. Okay, let's just call this 20-sided hedron. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create answer. Let's initialize that to 0. So for, in range of n, I'm going to take input, right? So input st, let's take that as a string, as an input, right? And then let's go ahead and do answer plus is equal to d of st. That's it. It'll give you the value of this faces, and then we'll add that to the answer. And finally, once that's done, let's go ahead and print the answer itself. Sorry, my friends, I forgot to put the input here. Sometimes it gets to the best of us. I was scrambling to see why this was not working. Turns out it's a very simple thing I missed. But yeah, this is the answer. You can see both test cases have passed. I'm going to go ahead and submit the solution as well, and we'll see whether it passes or not. Let's see what this number is called. It's 785A. Okay, and I'm going to submit. And as you can see, the solution has been accepted. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them. Also, if you have any alternate approaches, let us know down in the comments. I'll see you in another video. Until then,